Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to take the Wizards of the Coast survey about Magic the Gathering together with me. Yes, I received the mail from Wizards of the Coast, and I want to take that survey together with you. It's very important, it's a comprehensive survey, but before we do that, I quickly want to thank you, the viewer, the subscribers, and of course my Patreons. It's with your support that I can stay independent and that this channel can stay independent. And I can say whatever the fuck I want here, and I can do surveys like this and just fill in whatever I think and not what Wizards of the Coast thinks or wants me to think. Thanks for that, folks. I really appreciate it. Consider to subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Might be fun following the channel a bit more. But let's do this thing. It takes a while, and I already did it once. And I lost it. It didn't record it, but it asks me for my favorite sets here first. Kaldheim, Lorwyn, Ikoria, and which one of this is my favorite. I personally think I really enjoyed Ikoria, though I really love Kaldheim as well. Which colors do I like to play? So you're gonna learn a lot more about my Magic the Gathering preferences, but you're gonna learn a lot about Wizards of the Coast as well. I, of course, prefer playing tabletop, and I play Arena from time to time. I played it quite actively, but then I got to the highest rank, the Mythic rank, and I had to grind so much I did not want to continue, so I'm taking a break. It's asking me about versions of play, and you will see that they clearly want to know what you like, so they can tailor the stuff they create towards what you like. And as our good friend Cynthia Williams said in the fireside chat, yeah, we're regularly asking people about Magic the Gathering. And this is this kind of stuff. Hundreds of thousands of people. So, and that's the little button like, did you like this game in Magic the Gathering Arena? That are their surveys. and these kind of mails. It's the first time I'm getting a mail from them, by the way. Yeah, why is Magic the Gathering so good? Playing Magic the Gathering with friends is the best way to enjoy the game, and collecting Magic the Gathering, I think, especially all cards, old cards, real cards, and not digitally made cards, to me is very nice. There will be some interesting questions later on. I think it's very revealing if you look at this objectively, what they are after. Yeah, how did you get to start playing Magic? Of course, they want to know. Back in the day, a friend of mine told me about it. We went to an LGS and we all bought a starter deck, 5 of us. You know that story, right? When did you start playing? In 1994. Arena, I think I played when it came out. I even played Magic the Gathering online before that, and Chandala back in the day, if somebody still remembers that. Have you been to a hobby store to play Magic? Yeah, I've been to stores, and I like stores, and you see my videos visiting stores, but I rarely sit down and play there. I rather play with my friends. Where do you play tabletop Magic? Yeah, in bars and at home. Actually, next week, a couple of buddies of mine come over to my place and we're playing, or I often play with my brother, as you know. Anything goes. That was the first format I played. We just had some cards and we played. That's how most of us start, right? And then we did booster drafts, but I'm only allowed to choose one. Okay. How do you prefer to play Magic? Any version? Anything goes? Yeah, I just like to play. And I like booster drafts, and I like vintage sometimes. I have a friend who has some old cards as well. Then we play vintage. And I really like Tower. If you don't know the format, ask me in the comments. I can explain, and I made some videos about that. I explained that before as well. Where do you draft? In game stores? No, not really in game stores. Only in other locations. It's my favorite format of these ones. Anything goes. Vintage. Vintage, other. Yeah, I think my favorite format is Tower. I really enjoy that. Just enjoying a new set, opening a couple of boosters and drafting together from one deck. I think that's nice. Preferred formats, how often do you play? That varies. You know, I try to play as often as I can, at least every 3 months, depending on when I can get together with the guys. Why? Now it gets interesting. When new Magic sets are released, what do you buy? Yeah, I bought the Warhammer 40k Commander deck, so I'm putting that on rarely buy. I normally don't buy anything at all except for the occasional draft booster box. I don't buy bundles. To play sealed tower draft with my buddies. Which of the following products have you purchased? Yeah, the Warhammer 40k Commander decks, like I said, and I bought, as you know, a box of Dominaria Remastered to enjoy with my friends in the bar recently. We played the tower with that, and I actually used some boosters of that to play with my buddies in Germany as well, and with my brother. Do you think Magic the Gathering, current number of Magic the Gathering products released? Too many! All of them! I normally buy in English, as you know. I prefer English. I did back in the day as well, although I have a lot of German cards and French cards, and I I like to buy a booster when I'm in a country. I'm in Italy next week, so I will try to buy an Italian booster, which might be fun. Yeah, last 6 months I bought draft boosters. That's about it, and no other decks. Number, yeah, I bought the Dominaria Remastered box. So, Wizards, it would be interesting to know what I bought before, not only the last 6 months, but you see that the last 6 months, that was after the 30th anniversary disaster. And I'm continuing with the survey here, but you get the point. And I think they want to know what happened, because I think they see sales declining, despite Lord of the Rings selling like crazy and some other sets selling well as well. But I mean, we all know the print run has been cut for the sets beginning of the year, and then they can sell well. But if there are only half of them out there, and normally you would have sold double, it still is not a lot. Boosters and boxes. When buying boosters, open right away? No, normally not. I keep them to play with friends, and I keep a couple of more to play a tower later or whatever. I normally open them only for play. Boosters and boxes, yeah, they really want to know. Collect. What are you doing with the cards? I don't collect. Send a card to be graded. No, not really an option for us over here in Europe. None of these. Yeah, I just use them to play. I don't use them to resell. I don't use them to grade. I don't use them to collect, because I don't think new sets are worth collecting. What have I bought? Yeah, you see, I filled some stuff in here already. Sleeves I bought a lot because I need them. I bought a couple of deck boxes and the playmat here and there for the channel to have a different playmat to use when I record the videos. Other purchases: Magic the Gathering Arena, nothing. I play for free, and that works very fine for me. I'm not giving you money for digital cards. Okay, based on what interests you about Magic the Gathering, how important are the following things? Adrenaline rush, yes, important. Easy to teach somebody. Should be easy to teach somebody. Game reminds me of my childhood. Of course, very much. I enjoy the game because of the nostalgia a lot. Exercising my thinking. Mastering innovation, yes, all that I think is very important. Collecting rare, yeah, I collect, but not with newer cards. Reading up the backstory, I don't care about the backstory. I think it's nice to have a cool setting and a cool story, but expressing myself through deck building. I just like to build good decks, don't have to be part of myself. Being a top ranked player, I used to be caring about that back in the day when I played bigger tournaments. German Championship, Bavarian Championship I won, as you know, once, but not anymore at all. I don't care, I just want to enjoy the game. Game features amazing artwork. I think that's very important, but it's not the case at the moment, at least not on a regular basis. Oh Jesus, the survey is long. Yeah, you get to know me, folks. Know things nobody else knows. No, what is the quote? Do things nobody else can do. See things nobody else can see. Real things? As real as no pan. Very nice. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you recognize the quote. I think it's one of my favorite movies together with aliens. It's brilliant. Okay, gaming motivations continued. Game characters, I don't care indeed. Understand and learn. Playing Magic. Being able to express my personality. Why would I want to express my personality? If I'm an asshole, do I only play black or whatever and destroy creatures? I don't know. I just want to play the game. It doesn't have to do anything with my personality. Completely okay. By the way, you can pause if it goes too quickly, but it takes quite a while already. So you can pause if it goes by too quickly and see what my answers are. Gaming motivations collection. Yes, acquiring Magic the Gathering cards. I hope that includes vintage, guys. Collecting cards that... story elements? No, not really. Collect unique limited edition drops? No, I don't care about secret lair drops. Yeah, a little maybe, but it's more like in a box. I liked, for example, the Phyrexia cards, the oil slick foils, and I consider that a limited edition drop as well, unless they start reprinting it. Yeah, displaying my collection is very important for me, or organizing my collection, not displaying it externally. Anything we missed? Yes, wizards. The stuff you want to talk, you don't want to talk about, you should talk about. Please address the MTG 30 disaster. Yes, talk about it. Talk about it. We need to talk about it. It's very important. You are really ignoring this. And vintage collecting is very important as well. Just because you can't earn money from it doesn't mean it isn't part of Magic the Gathering anymore, and it isn't important to us. So yeah, you should recognize that. You should recognize your heritage. You should recognize where you come from as a company, and all the old cards. I think it's very, very important because that's part of the game. And yeah, the way you tried to utilize that for money with the 30th anniversary edition was a disaster. But still, vintage is out there, and vintage is still part of the game. I would recommend the game, and it's not for everybody. That's why I'm giving it a 9. But it's for most people, at least most people that enjoy games like this, or board games or whatever. Recommending, what would you say to somebody who you recommend the game to? It's the best game in the world, made by the worst company in the world. That's, I think, the best way to fill in a survey from Wizards of the Coast. Let them know while you can. Have you ever recommended Magic the Gathering? Of course. Have you ever participated in an official tabletop Magic the Gathering tournament? Yes, of course, when the game was still good. At least the tournament scene. The game still is good, of course. How many Magic the Gathering tournaments have you participated recently? None. I do know about Friday Night Magic. I do know about pre-release, and that's about it. And I do have a Wizards account, yes. Folks, how do you feel about Magic the Gathering at the moment? Have you taken this survey? Did it surprise you at a certain point? Yes, I mostly play on the phone, Switch, and PS5. They want to know, of course, because they want to know where to roll out the arena. It's very tailored towards arena. I think they still think digital is the ultimate way to go. And that's what every company wants, of course. But I think Magic the Gathering should stay a tabletop game first, personally. It's just, yeah. I even see it with the kid, who is very young. But when we play Magic the Gathering, he enjoys it more actually sitting opposite each other at the table and playing with physical cards. That's the magic of Magic the Gathering. I, of course, do know Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm not playing it anymore, Warhammer as well. I never played Pokemon. I, of course, know Pokemon, and I did a lot of Pokemon video game stuff, but yeah, I play Flesh and Blood, and I bug them with Flesh and Blood and Sorcery, and some other board games I like. Video games, yes, should I just hit used to play on everything? As you know, currently I'm playing Zelda. I think it's a great game. It doesn't captivate me. I'm a big Zelda fan, and I released Zelda games in my time at Nintendo, but I don't think Tears of the Kingdom is as captivating as Breath of the Wild was, but I still think it's a fantastic game. Star Wars is pretty good too. Jedi Survivor, I like it, but I like to play different games anyways. Playing with family members, yes, with my kids, at least with my son, and of course with my brother. Yes, I have taught the game to others, and I think I have taught it to people of all ages. Don't know, not sure. automatically click that. Is it interesting? That sounds a bit strange. I don't care if somebody wants the game explained or wants me to explain the game to him or her. I'm happy to do it, so I guess it's interesting. I love this game. I still do, and I'm still a big fan. I'm not so happy with Wizards of the Coast, and Hasbro for that matter. Please locate your level of agreement. I don't really feel welcome at tournaments anymore. Somehow, I don't know. It's not for me anymore. And I don't... Some game stores I feel comfortable, and others I don't feel comfortable, and the same goes for other stuff. Let's put 44. It's a funny number. They really want to know a lot about you. Yes, I am a man. Country, let's fill in Germany this time. I filled in the Netherlands when I filled it in first. I think that's okay. Your home situation. Yes, we have kids. I normally don't do that kind of stuff, but this is so general information that nobody cares. And I just fill in some standard numbers here. And I just fill in the kids, not the kids' age, so not the real age, just some random stuff. And as you saw, I actually filled in none of your business. Oh no, you can't see it. It didn't record that. It just suggested that to me. But I filled in none of your business the first time, and same goes for the money I make. Yeah. This before. Ask Roman why you play Magic. No. Thank you. That was okay. It went a lot quicker this time. Folks, I think this kind of stuff is very interesting. It tells us a lot. It tells us a lot about what Wizards of the Coast wants to know. It tells us a lot what they try to achieve in the future. And I think it's good to have a look at this from a neutral perspective. Even if you fill it in wrongly because you want to make a point or whatever, or not correctly, it doesn't matter. I mean, I answered pretty honest because I think that's okay. I am amazed what they want to know, and if this is the first time I get a survey like this, and I've been part of the Wizards community and Wizards itself, and via emails and back in the day via DCI for a very long time. Never ever had somebody really ask me about that kind of stuff, which is funny because they are so proud of being so in touch with their community. They are totally out of touch with their community, and you see it with the questions as well. They just ask the questions. They want you, or they want to know. Of course, they ask the questions they want to know about, but you know what I mean. Like in the area they are interested in, they want to know about. They don't ask general questions like, yeah, there was one question in there where you actually could fill in, did we forget something? Yes, you didn't address a lot of stuff. Oh, man. All right, folks, let me know what you think about this survey in the comments, please. And if you also received it, I'm curious. I know a couple of you received it. We talked about it on Discord. But I'm curious if it was sent out broadly or just to a selected amount of people. Folks, stay healthy, stay frosty. Thanks a lot for listening. I talk to you next time. Bye bye.